You ready?
Good to go.
Hey, I'm Nick. I'm with Feasel Roofing in Knoxville, Tennessee. Today we're at the Freeman residence and we're going to do a repairability assessment of the roofing system. Currently, State Farm is paid to remove and replace a few shingles on the roof. One of those is actually tarped underneath here. What we're going to do today is an assessment on the shingles to see if this is a viable scope, or determine if we can't complete the scope and have to do further repairs, such as replace the entire slope. So I have a shingle marked out here next to the repair area. The reason I don't want to manipulate the damaged area anymore is if this does cause a leak, it'll be easier to manage. It'll not have to have me remove this tarp, which already has a bunch of nail holes in it. So we've elected to just complete it right next to it. To complete this repair, I'm going to use a roofing flat bar to break the seals of the shingles and then remove the nails. At that point, I'll stop and I'll look for any further granule loss or material transfer, tearing, etc. Any damage that would cause me to replace more shingles. And then, because the shingle is discontinued and we've already shown that the new incompatible product not only doesn't fit, but it doesn't match, I'm going to reinstall the same shingle and re-nail it to, again, just get a better understanding of if we can complete a repair or not on this roof. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. Before I do that, I just want to take this and pan over the area and just kind of give you a current overall condition. So we do have heavy amounts of granule loss on this roof, but mostly from hail, but we do not have any creasing, tearing. All the shingle seals are in good shape. So although this roof does not look the best from the hail damage, it is functioning, right? It is a functional roofing system. And as this area sits right now, it's doing its job. So keep that in mind as I complete this video. Like I said, the first thing I'm gonna do is break the seal on the shingle I'm gonna do the test on. And then this shingle is gonna have 2 rows of nails in it, one in the nail line and one in the shingle above its nail line. So I'm going to break the seals and then get that shingle out. You'll notice that my chalk, which I use to number the shingles, is falling off. It's actually, when I chalk, it's basically sticking to the granules. So what you notice here is my 4's turned into like 2 little dashes. So pretty heavy amount of granule loss, just breaking the seal. So this tab delaminated, breaking the seal as well. This tab delaminated. This one's still intact. This tab is starting to delaminate. This shingle just ripped at the edge. It's so thin and flimsy. And then these teeth also, let's check them. Sealed, sealed, sealed. These ones are sealed. Delaminated teeth is absolutely functional damage. These teeth are what give the shingle its wind rating. These teeth are part of the top part of the shingle. So a dimensional shingle is basically 2 pieces, the bottom and then the top. The teeth are connected to the top. So what that's done essentially is separated the 2 pieces of the shingle. So I already have to replace shingle number 4, and shingle number 3 has a tear mark right there, which I'll mark a little bit later. So far, I already have to replace the 2 I just broke the seal on. I didn't even take the nails out or done anything. Same thing happened down here. Another tear on shingle 5. At this point, I need to replace 3 or 4 already. We'll continue the exercise though, just to show completion. I'm now going to remove the nails from the shingle. I need to, wow, this shingle I need to lift the shingle on the teeth just high enough so I can see where the nail is. What the heck? Just like that. Again, lifting it just high enough, you can see another example of that delamination. I have that shingle maybe an inch up in the air, and all the teeth on shingle 4 are completely delaminated. Same thing with this one. Again, being as gentle and as graceful as I can to complete this. Our goal is to provide an unbiased assessment, but at the end of the day, it's our job as restoration contractors to complete the work and bring the roofing system to a pre-loss condition. So if we can't do that, it's our job to inform the homeowner and the insurance company that we can't. I got the first row of nails out, now I'll get the second. Same thing I did on that row below. Lift this just high enough to see the nail and get the nail out. Grains are so bad, I'm slipping all over this roof. I think there might be one more. Is that all of them? No. I'm missing one somewhere. It's on the shingle, it's right here. All right, that's all the nails on the shingle. A couple things you can't see until we take the shingle out. I'm gonna point out really quick. So, shingles have a contact adhesive that's installed when the shingle's asphalt's roughly, I don't know, like 600 degrees. It's designed to stick once, but industry standard is we will let the main sealant, which is this one, not the tabs, reseal, because there's a lot more applied to the area. But one thing that will prevent the shingle from resealing, because the sealant is installed on the bottom, is when the sealant calcifies and sticks better to the shingle below it than the shingle it was originally put on. And when that happens, you have what's called material transfer, where basically a chunk of the bottom of the shingle will stick to the face of the one below it, or vice versa. Sometimes it will calcify to the shingle it was, put on during the roof install, like right here, and then it'll rip a chunk out, like you see right here. There's a big hole in the shingle right here. So I'm going to take my chalk before I do any re-nailing. Get my stuff here. You got the chalk? Yeah. Thanks. And mark out just on two examples, one side of each two shingles. You have consistent material transfer across the entire thing. So when that happens, you don't have to just think about the 4 shingles above the repair, but now you have to think about the shingles below it. So shingle 1, we're gonna have to replace because it has big holes in it, and obviously we can't leave the roof like that. That's not how it was before. Another thing, right, that we talked about earlier was the delamination of these teeth. This one's okay. This one's okay. This one's starting to go, but we'll say it's okay. This one's, and this one's okay. So, based on delamination, I have to replace shingle number 4. And so yeah, I have tears on shingles 3 and 5 near the edges. you can see, I mean, there's just no granules. It's literally just fiberglass. Now that we have all that marked out, what we'll go ahead and do is reinstall the shingle. Like I said earlier, we're not going to put a new shingle on this roof. We've already shown that the shingle does not comply with Tennessee's state law, which is basically an extension of the Unfair Claim Settlement Practices Act. It doesn't provide a reasonable uniform appearance on the roof. Obviously, definitely doesn't match. So we're going to reinstall the same one. In order to reinstall the shingle, I have to lift the shingles high enough to get the nail in the nail line perpendicular to the roof deck. So that's as high as I'll take it, and I'll make sure my cameraman shows that I do not excessively lift it. In order to do this, I'm going to lift it just high enough, again, to get the shingle, the nail in the nail line perpendicular to the roof deck. I have standard 3/4 inch ring shank roofing nails, fresh box. This shingle has 5 nails, so I'm going to get 10. Recording still going. They put 1/4 inch nails in the 3/4 inch nail box. All right. Well, it's okay. The roof has nails already. We're just gonna reuse the nails that we pulled out that are actually 3/4 inch roofing nails. That's the second time that's happened this year.
That's crazy.
Thanks. All right. Like I stated, we're gonna lift the shingle just high enough to get the nail in the nail line perpendicular to the roof deck. Do my best to lift along the piece with the tab, right? It's gonna be a little bit thicker, lesser chance of it ripping. So I'm gonna put the new nail right next to the old nail. And again, if I had this any lower, I would hit the shingle with the hammer. So it's just high enough to complete the nail. Work our way down. Again, right next to the old one. Perfect. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now I did the first row. I'm going to do the second row. This row has nails in this nail line, so the hinge point is more towards the middle. So if we do see creasing, it typically is going to occur on 5 and 6. Again, I have it just high enough to get my nail, my hammer, and enough force to get it in there. There. That one I'm even lower than the original nail. And then I have 2 more. I'm just gonna put 1 more in right here. Accidents happen. We're human. There we go. All right, now that I've re-nailed it, what I'm gonna do is just take my hand and wipe across the top of the shingle. This is just gonna simulate what winds and rains are gonna do over the next few weeks. What you'll notice now, again, really gentle. And if I do that down here, it's not as bad, but what you'll notice is there's now a heavy crease on the top of 5 and 6, right? The fiberglass mounting is actually broke. I now need to replace 5 and 6. Talk about the teeth. The teeth are delaminating as well now on 5 and 6. That one already delaminated. And if I do the same thing to 3 and 4, you'll notice the same result. Heavy crease line along the top of that one, and heavy crease line along the top of 3. So, nickel Fiesel. Obviously, this roof isn't repairable. We're going to request full replacement. We can't bring it to a pre-loss condition. So, please look out for our Xactimate in this video and call us with any questions. Thanks for your time.